All right, what's up, YouTube? What's up? What's going on? Boy, Anthony Fallon, Tone Setter Sports. Let's go. You see the title? I got a little downtime on my hands. As you can see, I'm stuck in traffic as far as it can go. Let me give y'all a little view. North Carolina. This is North Carolina northbound 85, and I don't know how. I know it's a little ways up there, probably about a half a mile from the accident, or it's around the bend. And 9 times out of 10 it's probably one of us, man, one of the truck drivers, jackknife or something like that. I hope everything is okay and stuff, man. It's serious out here on the East Coast, with this snow and everything, because the way I just came to get to this point, man, it is nasty. I mean, I-40 eastbound and I-26 eastbound, like, man, some of that shit hadn't even been plowed yet. You know, we was riding through the snow. And the thing is that I don't even get why the four-wheelers, the pedestrian drivers, are even out here. I mean, look at that, you wouldn't believe how many cars are actually out on the highway in this nasty ass stuff when you don't even have to be. I mean, look at that, look behind me, check that out. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, like I'm saying, let's get to the topic. As you can see, there's the overview of the Dallas Cowboys going forward. Let's talk about now these next 4 games, the up and coming game we got, then the next 3 games going forward, and about the team in general. Like I know I've talked about it for the most part, especially on this last 4-game winning streak, the camaraderie, guys playing together, playing for one another, holding each other accountable, not to fall, stay even keel, not to fall into this trap, not to fall for one of these. All these games are trap games, and my most particular trap games are this game right here against the Eagles and the Giants, is because you can throw all stats, record, and everything out the window, because these teams are going to play. They're going to play spoiler. They're going to play spoiler, because while we're in the driver's seat right now, and this game right here is very pivotal. This is more pivotal than the New Orleans Saints game. You know what I'm saying? That was a statement game to say that we can say, hey, we arrived, but this is the game, the statement game that say we are here now. We are really here. Y'all might think that New Orleans Saints game was something. This game right here is the tell-all right now. And going forward, we are set out to dominate. Have fun doing it. Have fun dominating, man. It's not. I'm telling you, if you've been on the championship team on any level, and I might have said this before, you know, it was fun. It was fun. Go out there and kick some ass. I mean, in my terms, it was basketball. We did it in football too, but we didn't win the state championship. We lost in the state championship with 5 seconds left at the goal line. The same year we won our state basketball championship. You know what I'm saying? No, matter of fact, I'm sorry. Let me get that correct. We won the state year before, and went and lost in the state the year after. So that was 96, 97 went to the state, and then we was about to repeat to go to the state again in basketball. You know, and it was fun. It was fun. Even though we lost in 97, we lost in the state championship finals in football. But then we dominated though. We dominated that whole season, man. I mean, you couldn't touch us. I mean, we were just clicking on all cylinders. The team chemistry was like maxed out. I mean, seriously. And even then, it just took one bone hit, just one play, for us to not be crowned as champions. You know what I'm saying? In football, and then turn around and lost to a worthy opponent within our region or division to get to the state finals. In basketball, to do a repeat, you know, and that shit went into double overtime. and went to double overtime, man, because they had to take that from us. I'm serious. You had to take it. We was not letting that shit go, man. And just a couple. Anyway, it was just a couple bad calls, but still, we dominated that year. As a matter of fact, we were the underdogs. That our first year we won the state championship in basketball. They didn't even have us winning, our division. Better yet, the league, our division, or our region. You know what I'm saying? They had us like fourth, and we came out of nowhere, man. And we got on that court, man. It's because we all played together. We all played together. We really didn't have to be coached, because we had been playing together for some years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether if it was organized or street ball, and we could just read each other's eyes and know where to go, where to make the cut, or when you're told to make a cut, set a pick. You know what I'm saying? Within the confines of the organized sports, of our plays or whatnot. And that's what I see with Dallas, man. Is like these guys are all on the same page, and they starting to believe now. They starting to believe. They see the light, man. They see the light. This is how you play. And yeah, whether they win ugly or not, all I want to see, man, is a good product on the field when it comes to competing at the highest level. I like those close games, whether we lose it or not. That because if we lose by 3 points with the ball in our hand in the last final minutes of the game, then we had a chance to win it. We just didn't execute it the way we supposed to. I would rather lose those games to get blown out. You know what I'm saying? Where it looked like we didn't even want to be out on the field. But those thriller last minute games, they are heartbreaking. Yes, they are. But damn it, you can't say we didn't leave it out there on the field. There's always going to be mistakes. There's always going to be plays left out there on the field. So going forward, the overview of this season, and I'm hoping Jason Garrett has learned his lesson. I hope he's really taking notes about the shit that he has done that put them in the most I can't even think of the word that I can't think of the word that I really want to use right now. He put them at a disadvantage from the preseason. Well, not going into the preseason, going into the off season. No, he did not select the guys. Well, the first mistake was letting Dez Bryant go. Second mistake was they thought they didn't need a number one wide receiver. They recovered from that. They got all of these. They got Hearns and whatnot, and just the overhaul in wide receivers, and didn't even know how to put it together. Didn't know how to put it together. So this is some shit that Garrett should know, because he's been there for almost 10 years. I think it's his 9th season, to be honest with you. I just don't see him as like an architect, head coach, where he know how to assemble talent. He not only assemble talent, but also know how to groom talent. You know what I'm saying? Where guys are they're not pro ready as of yet, but he's grooming them all. I'm really talking about the offensive side. I've said this before in some of my earlier videos. When had you known Garrett to even groom an offensive player? They came out pre-ready, because this is like Dak is supposed to be groomed. He's supposed to have been groomed for at least 3 to 4 years until Romo decides to retire or whatnot. He's supposed to be Romo's replacement, possibly, but he ended up being his replacement prematurely. So that's why you have to be patient with Dak. But Dak has to have the work ethic too, to want to be better. You know what I'm saying? And shore up the footwork and touch on the deep throw accuracy, and know how to climb the pocket, stuff like that. Reading defense a lot better, because in that Washington Redskins game, You know, the blitz was coming right off the edge. They did that multiple times, or they did an all-out blitz and dared him to throw. So he got to start making these defenses pay and respect the passing game. But it's good. It was a plus that we got Amari Cooper, so things have changed. Gallup is developing into a solid number 2. And matter of fact, I don't think Gallup is actually a number 1, just playing in the number 2 spot. Because that's the way you want your wide receiver core, to be honest with you. What the fuck, a number 2 receiver? You know what I'm saying? Why would you even want a number 2 receiver? Because what if my number 1 receiver goes down and now I gotta rely on my number 2 receiver? No, I want 2 number 1s out on the field just in case one get hurt. Then I can bring in a number 2 receiver if one of my 2 number 1s get hurt. And about Beasley, I don't know if they're gonna. It depends on what Beasley demands. If they're gonna get a bargain, if he wants to stay with the Cowboys, because he's helping to bring in this new mindset of this winning mentality he's building with these guys, but it is business. Now, I don't think the numbers are going to show that he's worthy of being one of the top paid slot receivers. Not to be honest, I'm not saying he's having a bad season either. I mean, because part of it's not his fault, you know. It's just that it was the team fault. They got to a slow start, you know. So, but my thing is, if Beasley don't stay, I prefer to let him go anyway. That's what I prefer, to save some cap. But it's hard. It's gonna be hard to replace him. That's why I thought they should have kept Switzer. You know, Ryan Switzer. But he's with Pittsburgh now, and my spot for that is AJ Brown out of Ole Miss. And I said this before too. AJ Brown. I like him. You know, Ole Miss got a nice wide receiver core, to be honest with you. And I'm not just looking for a slot. I'm not looking for a slot guy, to be honest with you. I'm just not looking for a slot, because a slot guy, he doesn't know how. I mean, he uses his. I want a deep threat guy. Tavon could be a slot guy, maybe, but I don't know if he has the toughness to do it and the hands. To be honest with you, I don't know. He hasn't proven that. But Tavon, he's quick and he's fast and he's a deep threat. So you put a deep threat wide receiver that has the hands, the quickness, the toughness to go over the middle, that uses quickness to get open, can run those intermediate routes to get open. That's a lot of yards at the catch. You know what I'm saying? That linebackers are not going to be able to stick with them. They're going to have to put a DB on him. And if they put a safety or on him, they're not going to be able to stick with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not only quick, he's fast. He has blazing speed. He has a deep threat ability. So this is how I envision building my team going forward. You know, in a sense. And with this whole Dak Prescott contract situation, his contract doesn't end till the end of next season. So they don't have to sign him, but they might try to sign him now at a cheaper discount, because I think he's going to have to take that. He's going to have to take some kind of a discount. Why? It's because Dak is not going to be a 300 to 400 yard per game quarterback, for one thing. He's not going to be that. He's going to always need a running game. And he's going to always need the best of wide receivers. He's always going to need a defense. Now, I can't say that he may surprise me. He might groom himself into a top tier quarterback going down the road. And I'm talking about year 6, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I mean, because right now I think he's still being cradled a little bit. And I think year 4 he's gonna improve a lot, 5 and 6, to where they can rely on him, where he can run the offense he's gonna be the coach on the field like Tony Romo used to do. You heard what Bryce Butler said, that Romo was running practice himself. You know, so I think he's gonna have to keep that and let the Cowboys build around him, and he's gonna have to get his money on the back end as long as he's improving and getting better, because he got all the intangibles, all the leadership qualities, and all of that to be a franchise quarterback, but his play doesn't match the intangibles. And I don't know if it will. Is that maybe he's just going to be a winning quarterback, period. Like when the pressure's on the line, that's when he's going to come through the most, when he's clutch. He's clutch. He has that clutch gene. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, that's the way I see it. That's the way it has to be played right now. And if Dak wants to stay at the helm of the Cowboys, as a matter of fact, not one of the most recognized franchise in sports, that I don't know how long. If it's not number one, it's in the top 3 every damn year, and definitely in the top 5 every damn year. And as of last year, they was number 1. And so with the winning formula that they are that they are doing right now, the winning streak, potentially winning outright the next 4 games, getting into the playoffs, and if they win in the playoffs, potential Super Bowl, or at the very least the divisional championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's just going to help elevate. They're pretty much going to be number 1 every year, and and the Cowboys cannot squander what's going on right now with the Cowboys going forward. The team is young. The team is hungry. The team wants to win. The team wants to be on top. Wants to be dominant. And right now they got a nice nucleus of players. Now, who are their core players? And obviously it's going to be Dak. It's going to be Dak, Zeke, Tank, Van Der Esch, Jalen, Byron, Cheeto Bay. I say keep Lewis. I would say keep Brown too. I mean, Brown been playing better. Brown been in my doghouse, especially early part of the season. But Brown might be traded. He might be, or he might be. I think he's a free agent next year too, so he might be let go. But I think Jordan Lewis is where it's at. Woods, absolutely. That's it. That defense is the core. Taco, we gotta see something out of you next year, bro. We gotta see a tremendous difference in you, Taco, for real. Randy Gregory, I think he has the potential. Do we have it up here? I don't know. But definitely keeping that defensive core together. That's one thing. Replacing Sean Lee officially. Maybe he will retire. Maybe not. I don't know, because his hamstring. He has chronic issues with his hamstring. So yeah, I don't see why they are going to substitute Sean Lee and Van Der Esch in and out the game. At some point in time, it's best to have all 3. Maybe in the fourth quarter, to have all 3 out there, because I believe if Sean Lee is as savvy as they say, he should be able to play either Sam or Week. You know what I'm saying? He might not have that pass rusher ability like Wilson does, but he has the cover skills. He has, he can cover ground. He's very rangy, so he can really get after whatever's on that side. You know what I'm saying? On that strong side. I don't see why Van Der Esch can play either side. For one thing, he has the height and the weight. So yeah, that's the thing right there. What are we gonna do about this offensive line going forward too? because these guys are going to be looking for paydays as well. Not Tyron or nothing like that, but Collins. I think he's up maybe not next year, but the year after, or something like that, maybe. And I don't know, Collins might be on the hot seat, to be honest with you, man, because that trend is he's in his second year at right tackle, man, and it's not looking good. It's looking good at times, but it's very inconsistent, you know. So he better really start considering going back to left guard, to be honest with you. Connor Williams, strength and conditioning. Technique, got it. Strength and conditioning. If you want to play inside, well, you need strength and conditioning, period. Because if you're gonna play right side, or say if they move you to right tackle, you're gonna be playing against the best DN on every team. So you're not only gonna have to have agility and good footwork, but you're gonna have to have some pop. And that requires strength and balance. You know, to be able to go up against the best end on every team that you face. You know what I'm saying? So, what can we do to improve? I like Heath. He's rangy, and he can play in the box. I think Heath has really shown me something. I mean, I liked him. I liked him last year. No, the year before, when he came in, we were playing Green Bay in the playoffs. He made, I think he got a sack on Rodgers. Then he got an interception. Came in and balled out. You know, he was hawking back there. And he was playing in the box at the same time. So, I say keep Jeff Heath, but find another playmaker. Find another playmaker that is just like him. Matter of fact, I would find a safety that's good in man coverage. I like a hybrid safety. They hard to find. You know, like you can't find those Ed Reeds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't need a free agent. We don't. We're doing good with the scouting department and finding players. We don't need a big name free agent to take up some of the cap money that's going to be going out to some of the players that we already have, because our players are young and they're in their rookie season, and so they are, some of them are still on the rookie contract. So therefore, we don't need that. We really don't need that shit. Not right now. But I'm trying to think of that. I mean, really, that's the only thing. You know, everybody was all for the Earl Thomas thing. I said we didn't need Earl Thomas, and look, we don't. And we got a nice core of young guys right now. You know, so. You know, where can we go as far as bringing in a stud free agent? A left end, DT, that defensive tackle, get a stud defensive tackle. That's about it. Potential replacement for Tyron Smith, or at least a solid backup. You know. More speed, find another linebacker, you know. That, yeah. Everything is about building up. It really is about building up your second and third string players that has potential to be starters. So you can when you do your sub packages, you know that you can count on, you can rely on these guys, because not only are they prepared through study and film, but they have tremendous ability, you know what I'm saying, to play in the league. And not to really speak too soon, but this whole overview going forward, you know, with the games at hand, I'm not getting in depth with the games on this, you know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna do that week by week. So but we are on the cusp of a dynasty. We are on the cusp of having a team dynasty as far as talent wise, Now they got to play it out on the field, though. They got to play it out on. It all has to play out on the field. But if this coaching staff has learned their lesson that Dak and Zeke don't need to be setting in preseason, they need as much reps as they possibly can get to get better, so we can have a better start next season. We have a better start going forward until Dak has really got this offensive down pat. You know what I'm saying? Until you see the cohesion, the synergy amongst the players. You know what I'm saying? The camaraderie, the brotherhood, of the accountability of not letting each other down. You know, I don't think Garrett still has the. Hey, I don't think he lacks vision. Lacks vision, and I'm thinking it's more of Jerry's vision than anything. You know, and that's why I think we need a GM. But I got to give Jerry his props on the Amari Cooper trade, though. I got to give him that. You know, so if I'm Gary, I'm Mr. Gary right now. I'm giving him a clap. You know what I'm saying? We're giving them a clap. But yeah, kudos to JJ, man. For getting Amari Cooper. He's still young, got a lot of years left. Barring injury, a serious injury or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna have to dismantle the wide receiver core, and we're gonna have to get some more talent in the wide receiver core. We're gonna need some to get another deep threat, to get some more deep threats. Like I said, get a deep threat wide receiver that can run inside. That's quickness, that has good quickness, good catch radius. Good catch radius. You know what I'm saying? Just good hands overall. So we're about to get moving. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of just touch bases on that. And we can have. Well, I'm gonna have some more of this overview talk, especially going forward. More. I probably won't do this again until the off season or something like that. But this Tone Setter Sports, y'all. My name is Anthony Fallon. Peace. I'm out.